This is KGW News at noon.
New developments in the legal battle over Oregon's new gun control law. The Department of Justice wants a judge to postpone part of it. I'm Blair Best. Thank you for joining us. Measure 114 is set to take effect this Thursday, but now the state is joining a number of other groups asking a federal judge to push back the start date for the permitting process. They say the system and law enforcement aren't ready yet. Measure 114 bans the sale or manufacture of new magazines that can hold more than 10 rounds. It requires a permit for anyone looking to buy a gun, a background check, and a safety course. Now, voters narrowly passed Measure 114 last month. If the judge agrees to postpone it, permits will start being required in February. A ruling is expected later this week. Well, a North Portland mother is speaking out for the first time 1 year after her 19-year-old son was killed in a drive-by shooting. Police still haven't made any arrests in the case. I talked with her as she continues to search for answers.
Today, Keon, baby, we stand right here in the mist.
On this snowy December day, Tylese Brown and her support group stand in the Bridgeton neighborhood, where her 19-year-old son, Keon Howards, was shot and killed a year ago on December 4th, 2021.
He was my oldest son. I was 15 when I had him. Didn't have a clue of being a parent, didn't know how to be a parent. But this is where we're at right now.
Brown struggled with addiction and was in and out of jail for most of her son's life.
Because I wasn't a perfect mom by far, I still am not. But I accept that responsibility, and I'm not going to parent out of guilt from now on. But what I do know is that my son deserved to be killed in these streets.
She was working on getting her life back on track when she got a call that something happened to her son.
I didn't want to believe it. I couldn't sleep. I just sat there for a long time in like awe.
She says her son was on his way to pick up his brother and got into an argument with a group of people when they shot him. Others argue he was the aggressor. There is no clear explanation from police as to what exactly happened that night, other than an officer tried to perform CPR on Howard, but he died at the scene. KGW reached out to Portland police for an update on the case. We didn't hear back right away.
I feel like it was like one of those things in their mind, oh, just another black kid that's dead.
It's been 1 year and police still haven't made any arrests, leaving Brown and her family with so many unknowns.
It made me angry. And so I'm here because I don't feel like justice has been served, and I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to stop fighting until I get justice for my son.
And helping her in that fight is Lori Palmer. Her son was shot and killed back in 2015.
So what we need to focus on is healing. We need healing. I'm still in trauma. Everybody's in trauma. Trauma's behind the gun, and it's in front of the gun.
Palmer started Go Get Your Child, a group educating families about gun violence.
This starts at the head and works its way all the way down. And the system that we're doing, sitting at getting money from mayors and governors, and sitting having meetings on gun violence, and everybody throwing up their hands saying, oh, we don't know what to do. You're not doing the right thing. You have to start with the family.
Brown now using her pain to help other mothers.
I'm trying to start my own organization to stop the violence.
And searching for answers along the way.
Let me know as a mother, tell me something, because I deserve to know what happened to my child.
Switching gears now to an important traffic update. Last week, a landslide closed a section of Highway 30 about 20 miles east of Astoria. ODOT opened one lane over the weekend, but it'll only stay open at night. ODOT will continue to shut down all lanes between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. so crews can work safely during the day. Now, if you're driving along that stretch between 4 p.m. and 8 a.m., watch out for flaggers and expect delays. ODOT says it's not sure yet how long it will take them to complete the cleanup. And yesterday's snow forced this semi to jackknife off the side of the road on I-84 East. This was near Rooster Rock. It was one of the many crashes the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office responded to yesterday. The road has since been cleared, but there is still some slushy snow and spots of ice once you get up to the Multnomah Falls. And speaking of snow, people in Portland surely got in on the fun Sunday. Take a look at this. Up in higher elevations like in Washington Park, there was quite the dusting. Temperatures dropped into the low 30s across the city, and for some, it was their first time experiencing a true winter wonderland.
This is my first time seeing snow ever. I've never seen snow before, and I really loved it.
Well, in some places it hung around for a bit. However, odds are most of it has melted away by now. All right, let's bring in Rod Hill. And Rod, a lot of people are just so excited about the snow we saw.
By the way, it's not fair to say you love snow and you're walking in the park and it's falling. We need to get the person shoveling out the driveway after a foot falls. All right, we have beautiful clear skies over Portland. It is not like this everywhere. We have clouds up over parts of southwest Washington into the Longview area. We have fog down in the Mid-Valley. I'll show you the cameras in a moment. But with the sun and generally light winds, there's still a bit of an east wind to 15 out of Troutdale. Temperature has warmed to 41 from a freezing start. Now you go on the east side, temperatures are still in the 30s, I think 37 in Gresham. This is a camera out off of Pala, Gresham Subaru, and you can still see they have some snow or ice down in the parking lot there. So sun, but not warm enough to melt it off. This has been very foggy. Stoller Family Vineyards Estate camera down in Dayton. In fact, this is the first time this morning I've been able to see the hills, so visibility is improving down in this part of the valley. Here are the temperatures. In downtown Portland, we're cooler than the airport, 37 right now. It's 40 in Tigard, 43 in Sherwood. And then down where it's been foggy and cloudy, it's still only 36 in Salem. So there's a chill in the air if you haven't been outdoors. Sunny spots have a chance to warm up to the mid-40s this afternoon. Our forecast is dry moving forward, and we'll talk about how much snow actually fell yesterday. If you haven't seen the totals, that's coming up.
All right, Rod, thanks so much. Well, we've seen an increase in poor air quality throughout the years during wildfire season. Now, 2 University of Oregon graduate students are creating a response plan to help communities learn how to manage it. Right now, the students are focusing on Southern Oregon's Jackson County. It's gone from averaging 5 hours of poor air quality in 2010 to about 350 hours in 2021. Now, the plan is meant to mitigate the damage done to humans that breathe smoke-filled air.
But what we have learned so far is that folks in Jackson County want to know more about smoke. They want to be notified in as ample amount of time as possible before smoke enters into the Rogue Valley. And they need to know what to do.
This work is funded in part by federal dollars from the Department of Environmental Quality. It awarded grants to 20 local and tribal governments to develop smoke management plans.